something I couldn't save. Buried down, still half alive. It's got me crawling in my skin, but no one's coming out to hold me close. Pouring out the gasoline. Yeah, I've been making friends with all these ghosts, and I got nothing left to lose. Fight to the future.
You and a drama only venom when I get my dues. Respect, I'm the next tycoon. Got a pad full of greens, couple M's my soon. Non-believer, do you see the confidence? Got some people waiting for me on the fence. I live here but never see me on the fence. Best believe that when I win it's common sense. I'm designed to fly, defeat all demise. The best me, no fear, no compromise. 100 degrees, I breathe more to life. You should disconnect and throw in the wires. And a hand that's in this. Gotta back it up a high percentage. Got a heart in my sleeve non-stop. Stepping up to the seat, more shots, getting those. I'm alive, unleashed in the fire, out in the wild. You can never stop me. Watch me dive on free, and it's my time. Up in the stars, you'll never forget me. But not holding back on the side, only get better with time. Ready to own what is mine tonight. I'm alive, unleashed in the fire, out in the wild. You can never stop me. Yeah, I never wait up. Flowers say so they coming on the way up. A true fighter's what they always been afraid of. Cards try to close, I'm a circle when I lay up. Switch the game every quarter like a time zone. Aim for the bus, tryna build up to this milestone. Pave the way with only items that I might own. Imagine what I'm about to do, be an icon. And the problem just the haters that I might know. It's a night show, the way I'm about to make a movie with these lights. Know the one they be like me, they can try. All gold, everything when I write. Come and repeat it, every legend gotta fight. I knew what.
My daddy never would. Prove him wrong every time till it's normal. Why worship legends when you know that you can't join? These demons don't like me, they don't like me. Likely they wanna fight me. Come on, try it out, try me. They put me down, but I never cried out. Why me? We're from the wise. Don't put worth inside somebody that ain't tried. They said I wouldn't make it out alive. They told me I would never see the rise. That's why I gotta get them every time. Gotta watch them bleed too. Don't ever say it's over if I'm breathing. Racing to the moonlight and I'm speeding. I'm headed to the stars, ready to go far and start walking. Don't ever say it's over if I'm breathing. Racing to the moonlight and I'm speeding. I'm headed to the stars, ready to go far and start walking. Don't ever say it's over if I'm breathing. Racing to the moonlight and I'm speeding. I'm headed to the stars, ready to go far. I'm start walking.
right where the legends come from. You know what a hero looks like. Pretty little flower, won't you sit back down and go play nice? So keep talking, keep laughing. One day you wish you had it. All the people on fire, fire. Maybe it's time they meet their dragon. If you're gonna hold me down, you're not gonna let me into your castle walls. None of you can keep them. 'Cause if I gotta burn it all down, then we'll burn it all down. My oh my, look at who ends up bigger this time. And if I gotta break it all down, then let's break it all down. Bye bye bye, playing with fire, and we'll burn it all down. This is where the bruises come from. This is when the game gets ugly. These blood, sweat, tears keep running. Licking my plate 'cause I'm so hungry. Keep talking, keep laughing. One day you'll see what happens. All the people on fire, fire. It's about time they meet their dragon. If you're gonna hold me down, you're not gonna let me into your castle walls. None of you can keep them. 'Cause if I gotta burn it all down, then we'll burn it all down. My oh my, look at who ends up bigger this time. And if I gotta break it all down, then let's break it all down. Bye bye bye, playing with fire, and we'll burn it all down. It starts right now. Baby, you're surrounded, put your money where your mouth is. Bury your doubts under the ground. Then they're gonna watch you step over the ashes. Right now I'm taking my turn with the matches. 'Cause if I gotta burn it all down, then we'll burn it all down. My oh my, look at who ends up bigger this time. And if I gotta break it all down, then let's break it all down. Bye bye bye, playing with fire, and we'll burn it all down.
KDA, should we show 'em how we do it every day? Let's get it. Kali that girl, Kali go girl, Kali gon' stop, Kali gon' skirt, Kali got a job, Kali got a word. 뜨거워 언제나 don't get burned. 넘쳐 흘러물 든 a buffet, 죽여주잖아 like a buffet. 누가 감히 on my outfit? 그 문 열지 마, that's a rough day. 당겨봐 your mark 'cause I'm greater than. 필요 없는 시험들 다 뿐이미. But all of my numbers are talking bang. 부르마 on message monopoly. 눈종이 돈이나 real money 필요 없대. 너네들이 만든 돈들 go get it, go get it, go get it. 더 미션 눈을 못 떼 못해 그래 너도 get it 'cause I got it different.
All I'll ever know is life upon the throne. 시작하면 끝을 보는 거야.
What is up, everybody? Welcome, Victorious GG. VASS Spring 23 Grizzlies versus the Crusaders for the quarterfinals. I am your host, Hiro Yoshikage, with my best friend in the entire world, Amato, with color. What is up, my guy?
I'm chilling. It's been, I don't know, at least 2 years since I've been on the caster desk, I think.
Okay.
So, it's fun to be back finally to quarterfinals at best. I was in this, I used to play in this league for
Oh,
every
yeah?
single, I
Okay.
played in it every split that it ran until this split. This was my first split I didn't join because I just was busy and couldn't commit to my evenings to it at the start of the season. But so I get to see these teams in action in the quarterfinals now. So it's going to be fun.
There's a life gap, unfortunately, for you. But I
Pretty
think
much.
I think the teams are ready. So I think draft pick is going to go on our way. But before we get on into it, if you could give us a little more insight on both teams, that would be fantastic, my guy.
Yeah, so let me pull up my teams here. So I
Who's bringing up
have.
the list?
Alrighty, so we have for the Crusaders. Yes, I'm looking at this right. Crusaders are blue side. I actually know a few of these players. ADC, Sniper, Bor,
Okay.
Ikua. I played with him on the same team as him before. I've played with Night Train before. Overall, they're pretty decent players. I don't like the divine or the mix of these teams. They're fairly even. You have Crusaders, which have two silvers, a plat, and two gold. Or sorry, two plats, a gold, and two silvers. Whereas your Grizzlies are four gold and a silver. So it's like kind of your elos are kind of balanced there because the plats and silvers kind of counteract each other, right?
Do you really
Um,
believe player or rank difference really take much precedence in IBS League?
Not really. I mean, the difference between like a silver and a plat player, I would say is a little bit more noticeable. But like silver to gold is very very similar. And same with like gold to plat, they're very very similar typically, at least what I've found. But ultimately, I think especially in an IBS lead, it comes down to how the teams work together. If they're able to pull out their all the stops with their communication, their rotates, like it's those things that matter more because everyone on both sides are going to be making equal mistakes, right? Because it's in a lower elo bracket. You're looking at players that it's not like Challenger Pro Series where one mistake will cost the entire game, you know?
Yeah,
So,
I definitely agree with you on that one for sure.
but we are underway for our draft. A lot of these bands I do respect, or I was kind of expecting, seeing a Jinx and a Seraphine ban,
Oh
as
yeah,
well
for
as
sure.
Zaya, just because those are very, very high tier picks right now. I've enjoyed playing Seraphine myself as a player. I've seen a lot of the Tristana and Ezreal back to back. Again, with those.
Those are good picks there. Honestly, we're gonna get the lock-in Galio. Grizzlies really do shine and show off that Galio a lot. So I do like that call there. You have the mobility plus the poke from Ezreal there. So I think that's going to be their bot lane. Ezreal may be able to be flex mid. CRS right now, Crusaders is highlighted for their second pick here. Kind of knowing where Galio is going to be headed with your locked in Tristana. I'm expecting some CC engage as well. I'd be really surprised if we get an enchanter here. Last second
It
to log in.
depends. Interesting.
Ooh. Oh, what
Blitzcrank,
happened there?
maybe. It's gonna be a Blitzcrank. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I like that.
Typing glitch.
Yeah, no, it happens. It happens. So Blitz will be locked in. So I think that is going to be the Crusaders bot lane. I love the heavy
On a Blitz.
engage,
Yep.
initiate. You love it. Big burst damage. Oh, okay. So it's going to be
Hacker him.
Blitz
So
Hecarim. I like that a lot, honestly. That's a really good first draft round right there. You have your jungle and your bot lane locked in, especially how bot and centric this game has really come and to evolve to, especially in this season. It is actually really insane how much bot really makes such a difference in this game. So with
yeah.
Hecarim and Blitz, with the shield breaking too from Galio and
Ooh.
J4, who's being highlighted right now,
Okay.
and
So
that's locked in. Okay.
this is gonna be interesting because the Blitzcrank wants picks,
Mm.
right? He's sitting there.
Yep.
He plays around a hook. That's literally his. Hecarim, on the other hand, is trying to dive in. He can obviously, if he uses the target blitz goes after and you're playing on a pick and a huge comp, I could see that coming through for Crusader. But then also Grizzlies are currently set up on a really good team fight comp. You know, you have a Jarvan, you set up the terrain when you're jumping. You have a Galio who can fly in on top of Jarvan and keep everyone taunted so they can't move. Right? That sets up a free Ezreal down the middle where no one can. So Grizzlies look like they're opting very much for a 5v5 comp so far. And I know that's a very common thing to see in these leagues. It's gonna be interesting. Like the one thing I don't like with Blitzcrank Hecarim is that they're trying to do two different things, right? Hecarim's trying to fly in, like get a team fear off, kind of disperse the crowd, and Blitzcrank's trying to separate the crowd, right? So if they don't time it, very well, it's like Blitzcrank will pull someone in, the crowd's gonna get dispersed somewhere, but like Blitzcrank, while they might blow up Blitzcrank's target, the other team's coincidentally gonna be blowing up Hecarim because like it's gonna basically be two 4v4.
I may have to disagree with you just a little bit there. Grizzlies really have the engage coming from Galio J4. If Blitz just waits for their engage or initiate, then he could just bring them out. J4 goes for the EQ combo and gets pulled closer. Like, what are you really doing? Now J4 is just a little too far out. Galio going in for his justice tackle, gets pulled in a little too further out, you know? Ezreal gets red on his arcane shift. Oh, I mean, that could change the table a lot. That could change the table a lot.
It's execution will be big. Execution will be
queue. You know, these guys been playing. These guys been playing with each other for a bit. We're in playoff right now. You know.
I don't know.
I trust the Blues.
They can prove me wrong. I mean, I guess Galio is going to kind of be the coin flip, is because if Galio is going in up front, then that's kind of blowing a lot of his kit. Where I think if you letting people like Jarvan be the engage with the Galio ultimate to follow up, right, kind of thing for those team fights, I think that would suit Grizzlies better overall.
Really nice. Looking over the last round of bans there, we're gonna get Kennen and Silas taking off over for the Grizzlies. Viger and Camille being taken off for Crusaders. I like the bans there. The lock-ins there are going to be for Karthus, adding on that AP damage that, I mean, they are kind of mixed for the most part, but now you have that solid AP damage coming from Karthus. You're going to be locked in for the Crusaders, adding more to that dive, initiate comp, and the Gragas just to wrap in and lock in.
That's a good one.
Party,
that's a good
baby.
one.
I am liking this Crusaders.
It's not a bad. It's not a bad round out. It's not. I still definitely am leaning towards thinking that Crusaders are going to want to play around picks. Like if they I mean the Blitzcrank alone, you have Tristana burst, Gragas can keep them isolated because dividing people. You have a Yone to collect people in groups. But I mean, the one thing that's interesting, or I like the response using Karthus on the side of Grizzlies because they have a Blitzcrank. If you hook a Karthus, he's right where he wants to be.
Yeah, no, you're right. Blitzcrank can't 5 out of 5 hook. There's some that you don't want to grab that Scion. Most situations, you really don't want to grab that J4 Galio. So really, for the most part, you're really just going to try and grab that Ezreal. Ezreal has built-in dodge mechanics with
exactly.
shift. So it's going to be difficult. But, I mean, if you grab a Karthus, burst him very fast, and disperse, it can't be too bad. It all depends where it is. I do really enjoy where Crusaders is. It's very explosive. It's very bursty. They have a lot of disruption. They also have a lot of engage. They have the picks. But I feel Grizzlies is more of a well-oiled machine. You see the 5v5. You see where everyone's objective and job is. And they have that set in, ready to go while they start looking for those 5v5s. Crusaders going to need a lot of team communication to make sure that it is executed very well. Grizzlies, they don't have to be as perfect, if that makes sense.
Kind of. I think I see where you're going with that. The one thing I like with the Scion pick too is like as much as Grizzlies are set up for a 5v5, right? You have the Galley, everything kind of goes in their favor in a 5v5. Scion is a really good split pusher.
Yeah, you can always just backdoor.
So he can backdoor, he can be, assuming he has TP up, he can be sitting there hard shoving down a side lane. And then while a pick comp tries to get a pick, he can either keep splitting or just suddenly TP in. And it's just like, big boys here,
So as of right now, with team comps and with your little bit of knowledge in the background for the teams, where are we going right now, game one? What are you thinking?
I want to say Crusaders have the edge. They have a lot more early game champions. Like you have the Blitzcrank Tristana, like level 2 Blitzcrank hook is pretty much a guaranteed kill. And that can snowball really hard, really quickly. And then of course if Yone gets fed, that's a really good way of snowballing. Hecarim getting fed becomes a menace late game. And then being that they're a pick comp, they get to pick and choose when they want to.
That
If
is true.
they see people if they play around Vision really well, it's just like, hey, we see them bot side, we're gonna take Baron right, and they can't stop. So I think I'm gonna give it to Crusaders just based on how I feel like they have much more of an early game comp. But I mean, if Grizzlies manage to hold on, 30 minutes into the game, they'll kind of
That's
just
true.
become unstoppable. But
So Crusaders game 1 or about at 25. After that 25-minute mark, you probably started giving it over to the Grizzlies.
yeah, because that's
Okay.
when Scion
Yeah.
scaling is in there.
Yeah.
I mean, Karthus will be strong. The Jarvan.
Oh yeah. I'd have to agree with that honestly. That
Like
like right
people
there.
hitting level 16 and above,
And honestly,
the
these
Galio's
games
OP.
I've noticed games have been going a lot longer recently too. These games
Yeah,
have been closing out a lot early during the season, but I feel a lot of people are getting a lot more comfortable and there's not a lot of 50-50 flips. It's more going for picks, locking in, getting those definite kills and then going for the objectives. Before, I feel like it was extremely hectic. Everyone just kind of throwing themselves at each other to the wolves, and it was just like kind of a fiesta. So
yeah,
I think that is a really good. I think that's a really good call. Honestly, I like that a lot. I do gotta say that I really like the Grizzlies just layout. I do like the Ez Galio. You got J4 locked in with the Karthus, and then you always have the back option on Scion. So honestly, you can't go wrong with it, really at all. I think
yeah,
everyone came out pretty well onto this draft.
yeah. I think one thing to keep an eye on, which I mean, they can prove us wrong in the game if they, but uh, correct me if I'm mistaken. Yon beats.
Beats Karthus?
I'm pretty sure, like, if Karthus walks up in the river and Yon,
Oh
he
yeah,
just
yeah,
wins, right?
yeah.
And
I would have to agree with that honestly.
so
If Yon finds Karthus by himself, or if Karthus does not respect the Yon's approach, for sure Yon can 0 to 100 a Karthus pretty quickly. But once that hourglass gets built, I think it's not as easy of a time for you.
yeah, at least for solo. But it's gonna be interesting. I think that's gonna be kind of the lane to watch.
Okay,
Tristana, I mean, if she gets ahead, she's just gonna snowball out of. But like Ezreal's a really
for sure,
Tristana
for sure.
those cues in the middle of his right. Galio is there to get the top
Tishana
in.
is a lot does brings a lot more serious damage
Yeah.
and structural damage too.
Mhm.
From the bomb passive as well. So no, I would have to agree with that as well. So it's gonna be. So you're saying bot and mid are gonna be the hot lanes for us to watch real quick.
I think so. Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
like,
Yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
because I think Sion's gonna be too tanky for to make
Yeah,
uh
yeah, yeah.
Jarvan and Hecarim. I don't
You don't want to kill
fighting each other.
Zion.
Well, I don't anticipate Hecarim and Jarvan just trying like it would take too long and uh but yeah, I don't think like the Hecarim Gragas, I don't think they could kill Sion if Sion's not careful if but and like coincidentally vice versa, I think easily kill the Gragas. So playing around Vision will be huge for top lane.
Mm.
But ultimately,
Gotta
yeah.
watch those heralds too, man. Because if Sion opens up that top lane very quickly, a
Mhm.
lot of things can change there. But I think we only have a couple more minutes before the spectator delay is done. Crusaders will be on the blue side, Grizzlies on the red. Game 1 is on the way, and this is do or die. Best of 3. So do not go anywhere. Keep that dial locked, and we will be right back, Victorious. Keep it locked.
Don't
see where the legends come from. You know what a hero looks like. Pretty little flower, won't you sit back down and go play nice? So keep talking, keep laughing. One day you wish you had it. All the people on fire, fire. Maybe it's time they meet their dragon. If you're gonna hold me down, you're not gonna let me into your castle walls. None of you can keep them. 'Cause if I gotta burn it all down, then we'll burn it all down. My oh my, look at who winds up bigger this time. And if I gotta break it all down, then let's break it all down. Bye bye bye, playing with fire, and we'll burn it all down. This is where the bruises come from. This is when the game gets ugly. These blood, sweat, tears keep running. Licking my plate 'cause I'm so hungry. Keep talking, keep laughing. One day you'll see what happens. All the people on fire, fire. It's about time they meet their dragon. If you're gonna hold me down, you're not gonna let me into your castle walls. None of you can keep them. 'Cause if I gotta burn it all down, then we'll burn it all down. My oh my, look at who winds up bigger this time. And if I gotta break it all down, then let's break it all down. Bye bye bye, playing with fire, and we'll burn it all down. It starts right now. Baby, you're surrounded. Put your money where your mouth is. Bury your doubts under the ground. Then they're gonna watch you step over the ashes. Right now I'm taking my turn with the matches. 'Cause if I gotta burn it all down, then we'll burn it all down. My oh my, look at who winds up bigger this time. And if I gotta break it all down, then let's break it all down. Bye bye bye, playing with fire, and we'll burn it all down.
KDA, should we show 'em how we do it every day? Let's get it. Kali that girl, Kali go girl, Kali don't stop, Kali don't skirt, Kali got a job, Kali go to work. They go
Welcome back, guys. Spring 23 quarterfinals is on the way. Crusaders on a blue side, Grizzlies on the red, and ooh, are we getting to invade, baby? I like
I
the
think
right-hand
so.
back. Oh, boy.
Oh,
They
I-
know. They knew
they're
he
gonna
was on
know.
the
They're gonna
plate.
know.
Oh, they
Yeah,
are gonna notice.
got
They
it. You got
notice
the
him now,
ward.
right there. You see the ward.
Yeah,
It's okay,
that was
though.
a
I
nice
like
ward by
aggressiveness.
Galio.
Go for it. Go for it.
Honestly,
Yeah.
kind of risky. You know,
Nah,
if they
bro. What? Nah, bro.
no. I'm for the Galio putting that ward there because if they had gone through that bush instead, right, he could have just thrown the hook over.
Nice check. I like the check. Oh, he is using. You gotta notice, Sniper Borika is using the pay to win. Blitzcrank.
Yeah. The
Almost every Blitzcrank skin has a chain leading to his Q, but this one, his arm just goes out. Also,
yeah, just
the
doesn't
audio
show
is
up.
very loud. This one's extremely quiet.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's banned in pro play for a reason, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're right.
That's the funniest thing. Like, I mean, it's good that Riot, at least make that list. But it's funny when it happens.
It is. It's
But
pretty evil. Ooh. I thought Sniper was gonna go for some cheese.
yeah,
Definitely
gonna be
notice on the
interesting.
wards though, so I do like the vision coming from Grizzlies. Check out on their blue side too. They do see
Yeah.
Ekrem starting blue as well, so opposite side start for the junglers. They should collide after both red buffs, or they'll be actually on opposite sides of the rivers, but they might collide together on that gank for the mid lane there. Looking over at summoners, nothing too out of the ordinary, especially for the masteries as well too.
Hmm.
Nothing crazy for the starts either. As we start to open up, and you're gonna start to see the CS kind of start following, I would say, more to the Crusader sides in the beginning, as the early game is to their side.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Blitzcrank being late to lane.
He started that there. He goes to taunt as well. Knockup is going to go. The hook is missing. Exhaust is going to be proc there for Ezreal. A lot of damage coming in. Macho's going to match it as well. That was a little sloppy. Joe Bard, Ignite is gone. Raven's Exhaust is gone as well. So Macho and Sniper with the advantage there in terms of sums.
That was a very. I mean, I don't know. I feel like that Galio should have been punished harder for what he did.
The hook was missed, unfortunately, there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was kind of interesting. Like he went in super far, but I mean, it still worked out,
Oh, here we go again. He finds another opening. Knockup is going to go. Tristan is going to start those autos over onto Galio, but through that taunt, it's not a lot going through that Shield of Durand.
Yeah, that's the one nice thing with Galio.
Going in yet again. There goes the wings, but there goes the flash going to be proc there. There goes the rampage locking down that Galio. Hook is finally going to land. Add in that uppercut. First blood is going to be headed over for the Crusaders.
That was definitely nicely done. Hecarim's timing on that as well. The early ward that Grizzlies had, in that river, was since expired, right?
Oh, yeah.
So they had no vision of Hecarim walking down. Other than the fact that it's been more than 3 minutes, so you should probably expect him to be showing up on one of the two side lanes at that point.
Especially speedy Hecarim, like what?
Yeah, like he can cross map so quickly.
Going on to it, Macho gonna be very machismo there with that jump in, gonna let that bomb set over onto Revan's head and kind of force him back there. Galio went for that mid roam, if you guys did not notice. Didn't get too much out of it though. And just gonna check over for CS, in terms of CS.
Yeah.
Pretty close, honestly, on everyone's side, really. Not much of a deficit on either side.
Not yet. I mean, it's. I think it's gonna, the way kills happen, it's gonna kind of spreading out more. Especially kind of playing around this. What's it called? Like playing around this kind of bot lane advantage, having the assists for the bonus gold.
Oh yeah.
The one thing I don't like with that play, or I would say like, the teams, like for these players to work on, obviously is the fact that Hecarim got the kill instead of the Tristana there. If that kill had gone to Tristana, bot lane would be able to snowball.
That's honestly a really good point there. I think honestly it was a really safe position to stop stop the auto attacks and let the Tristana finish. I don't think there was really any way of Galio escaping.
Yeah.
Nor was there anyone on the approach to kind of cause any disruptions of passing the kill over. But I mean, honestly, on Hecarim, it's not the worst. But yeah, as you said, most optimal would be onto Tristana there.
Yeah,
Now,
I mean they had the positioning, right? Galio hadn't used flash, but you had Hecarim on the side of Galio between Galio and Galio, right? So Hecarim could have just like stayed over there in case Galio
Level
the kill.
Locked in here on the mid lane here. Yon looking in a way better position to have this 6 fight going off there. Gonna double soul spirit cleave himself there. Not too bad. The CS gap in the bot lane is starting to expand just a little bit. And I mean, honestly, with the nuke cover, ooh, that startup there, big disruption coming from Gragas. Sion with no mana and really can't use the R to go away with Gragas being in front. Nice tackle to the barrels, gonna get the flash out of Pandorium. We are now back into a fight onto the bot lane. EQ's gonna land over from J4. Ignite gonna be proc there as well, but Macho's gonna man his way through it and keep himself alive there.
That's I don't know how Grizzlies are feeling about that. That's 2 plays where they had their. Oh my.
Oh. Sniper's so close there with the hook there. The taunt punish is going to come in. EQ as well. Heckram's going to try to run away, but Reverend Storm's going to lock in his first kill. Very nice.
Did you see how close that was top lane?
Yeah. Yeah.
How did that not hit him?
I honestly have no... Ooh, nice hook there. They're going to be able to respond back here. The taunt is going to hurt a little bit, but it's not going to be enough. Sniper Boricua is going to somehow get that kill. Ah, yeah, Tristana thirsty out here.
Ignite OP.
Yeah. It happens, man. 002 right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, check it out. Dragon's going to be traded there. Not a bad trade. The hook...
Ooh, just missing. Ay. I think, I was really well played. You know, that uppercut, instant cancel.
Yeah.
If Galio got that taunt off for like even a split second later, right? Tristana loses at least another quarter of her HP and Ezreal. But
Gotta say, I'm really enjoying the Grizzlies' ward coverage. But even with all that vision, does not know Hecarim was onto the Rift Herald. Ooh, Yon going in onto the Karthus, putting on a big damage, but is going to have to use Fate Seal to escape with the Galio roam. Which
my
honestly,
question, why didn't he use it on the Karthus?
Yeah! Like, I was like...
That's a kill. He's in his E.
Yeah. I think honestly what it was, I don't think he realized what level Joe was at. He just saw the Galio, realized it was a 2v1, and escaped. It was like, oh, I shouldn't be here. Like,
Probably.
Which, I mean, honestly, in hindsight, was probably the smarter move. But yeah, I mean, if he took a second longer to kind of assess the situation a little more, he should have realized that was a pretty free double, or at least a 1-0.
It definitely, I think, would be, because, I think even if Galio in any world, Galio isn't going to solo.
I don't think so,
right?
Honestly.
So I think, you spend the utility, you use that for the extra damage and keeping it in place. You still have that Yoni to get out of it, so you can't, bonus Qs or whatever, for that extra damage near tower.
Woo! Sniper Boricua with a nice hook on the tower. Gonna get Jakuna their first kill and get that lead extended that much further. About 2k gold lead, for that matter. First Dragon did land over for the side of the Grizzlies, but I mean, as of besides that, not a lot going very well on their side.
Yeah, I mean, they managed to take Dragon. Crusaders, traded it. Very well read by them. Their time frame. And yeah, as you said, their vision for red has been immensely useful.
Oh no! What's gonna go in? Nice ult from the Ezreal there. Gonna chop down Macho's health bar. Gonna miss another hook, unfortunately, there for Sniper Boricua. But honestly, that's why Blitz is picked, right? Because it only takes one, right?
Pretty much, yeah. And early game, you only have enough mana for 3 hooks, maybe 4 hooks. But you get to that late, it's just you're there. You're just a beefy meat shield, displace the enemies, right?
Speaking of displacement, big fight going on onto the top side here. Was working and looking into Hand's favor here, but Pandorium starting to bring it back just a bit. And honestly, we were saying everything was looking kind of bad for the side of Grizzlies, but top lane is, for the most part, okay.
It's fairly even. I agree. Yeah.
Oh man,
one thing
coming.
with that kill mid lane that they, as well as having the bonus kill. So as we kind of were talking about in seeing this mid lane and how already it's if that keeps scaling, his impact will significantly start to bleed out, whereas you still have your huge gold lead off of
110 to 88 right now on the top side. Looking for the pinch here. Justice Punch is going to find her, initiate in. EQ is going to find their way and lock down over onto the Tristana. And honestly, that was extremely sloppy on the Crusaders side there. The R plus the Karthus ultimate there as well is going to seal the fate. And that's going to be a 3-4-0 clean sweep on the side of the Grizzlies.
Yeah, very, very well read. And that's kind of showing off, you know, the Grizzlies there. You can't a Jarvan Galley, right? You're not going to be like, you saw Hecarim there. He tried to didn't work, and then just you have the taunt into a knockout Galley. And it's just like the Jarvan ulti, people down. Hecarim can't move, you know, Blitzcrank just got blown up instantly. Nowhere to move because it's being taunted by Galley. Something they have to be keeping an eye out for is fighting in Tribush, you don't have room to move. And as a pick comp, you need the flexibility to make sure you can get out because you have high burst damage, but that doesn't necessarily mean you have sustained for any kind of, you know, if you get silenced or if you get knocked up twice or 3 times, right?
Coming in there, and unfortunately is going to whiff. I think he was just trying to close the gap there with the Justice Punch. A decent roam, but I think a little weird there because as we go and check over to the bot side, Rift Herald is going to be summoned, and without anyone really there helping to have Revenant defended, I think that should fall over to Crusaders.
I mean, they don't have a wave.
There goes the C4 bomb though, that should seal the deal. Oh my gosh, that thing lives with 26, that is insane. Insane. Karthus and Gallia on the rotation. Flash EQ's coming over for the J4. He does have Cataclysm already, even though he just used it in the last team fight. Here comes Galio. Tristana needs to be extremely careful in that corner.
Yeah, it's I mean, they're making the best of the situation. Tower plate's definitely saving their that are there. But I mean, it does secure this dragon. You know, we see just casually picking off away. I mean, there's side of Crusaders, but I don't think Crusaders could like had the vision on.
Uh-oh, big fight on the top lane here. Looking like it's gonna fall to Galio's favor. Ult was already explosive cast was already used there. Very low, but Yon is coming in. Fate Sealed's locked in. Also has the flash plus the soul. Gonna just take golems instead.
Sniper.
Going in though. Watch that Cataclysm, big R coming in.
Oh no.
And there goes Dream Unforgiven, actually becoming a nightmare for Sniper Boricua. That is going to be their first kill onto the board.
That was so unfortunate timing too. You know, you had the Tristana ult at the same time try and cook, and it's just not quite what you want to see. Knocking someone away when you're trying to pull them under tower. But
it happens sometimes, man. And I think we mentioned this a little bit on the earlier side. Crusaders team needs to be really perfect on these executions with the way their disruption and the way their team is just kind of working. They gotta be super, super careful on their execution.
Yeah, they have a huge chance to snowball. You know, but as we just saw, Tristana ult and Blitzcrank on our right, and in the same sense of Yone tries to go in when running, then you're not going to get an ult, right? And stuff like that. So it's going to be interesting to see how they kind of try to prioritize their picks. I would think they'd want to kind of let Blitzcrank do his thing first because that's kind of, you know, just bringing him right to you. And then from there, you can use like you can jump behind them, kind of like what an Alistar do, and then, you know, shoot them away from the team even farther using the Tristana. Or then you can use Hecarim to fear the team away so they can't come into.
Honestly, it all sounds pretty well on paper. We just gotta see how well they can execute it. And as of right now, that gold lead is starting to diminish there with the 2 dragons, with the 2 kills up over for the side of the Grizzlies.
Yeah, you got about 1,300 right now. About 1,200, 1,300 as they keep farming, but you know, we saw the same thing.
On the top side.
Yeah, I mean, we did see the same thing. You know, Crusaders picked up the second Herald. but they also have lost the dragon. So now, if Grizzlies get one more dragon, they're a nice, which is gonna be huge, and it's gonna be a Chemtech dragon as well. So damage resist when they're low HP, like that's the soul keystone or capstone. But even just the tenacity and heal power that this gives, like, Yone is gonna be a monster if he gets it right.
Oh yeah, for sure. Nice R coming over from Revenant there. Really big damage coming from Ezreal, and just kind of hanging out, and you can now really see the difference kind of edging out here, because if you notice, Reverend got the kills when the roams came in. Flash Q plus the Justice Punch is going to go, but the flashback is not going to be enough. Blitz will be able to find Joe and be able to trade it 1-for-1. It again not falling onto Tristana's head though.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Tristana, I mean, she has a really good agency, especially with that. But with Grizzlies picking up 2 dragons, they're on the way to get next dragon as well. Or if Grizzlies get Chemtech, the amount of tenacity they have for any CC that Crusaders try to put out is going to be really difficult. You already have an Ezreal, free champion with Arcane, right? You have Karthus, who it doesn't really matter, but his damage, right? And then you have a mega tank Scion, who's now going to get bonus healing power and tenacity. You're going to be building in his kit, because that's typically what tanks have. I don't know how Crusaders are gonna, turn around and actually lock down or hope to kind of win a fight if Scion's there, if they allow Grizzlies to pick up the Chemtech soul.
That's the scary part right now. We are about 30 seconds left until this soul point comes, and this is a very pivotal dragon right now. So I want to see what is going to be the call here. Herald is going to be summoned in the mid lane. Galio going in on for the attack. Fate Sealed also going in as well. Galio reverting back onto the Cataclysm. Wombo combo. Add in the Karthus ult as well, but it's not going to be enough damage. Hourglass is going to be proc. Scion trying to help out the homie, but it's not going to be enough. Exhaust is going to be proc. They thought they had a mid tower, but they do not anymore. Rift Herald Shelly just ripping into shreds, and I think that's going to be a clear indication for the Crusaders to rotate and seal this dragon soul away from the Grizzlies. Oh, here comes the Dragon's lockdown. Tackle plus barrel. Huge damage there. Add in the Aegis burn. And I think Ezreal's just going to help out the blue team.
Just missed stealing that.
So close, man.
But I mean, and that's exactly why, in draft, right there, you see it looks like Yon was caught out, and then instantly, that E, he wasn't caught in the Jarvan. Galio tries to come flying in, which is you'd expect from their comp. But then the whole team, you have the Blitzcrank, you have the Tristana, the Yon, and interesting engage.
Start again, and honestly, I don't think that was the right call here. I do like the assist from Cyber Equal to kind of help out for one hand to make sure that they get out of that situation, but for J4 to kind of hop over the wall there,
it's kind of questionable. I don't think they're gonna be able to pick up a kill there. I mean, good on them for trying. You miss 100% of the shots you don't.
True.
But
True. Definitely could agree here. Pandorium kind of being held at bay here, not being able to get this first tower yet, still looking extremely healthy. Big damage coming from that Aegis. My gosh, here. Galio and Ezreal here to help for the top lane. The lock-in is going to go big CC, but the Hourglass is going to help out a lot. Was going to trade 1-for-1, but unfortunately, Galio's Hourglass is going to help. Yon is finally here, plus Hecarim, but unfortunately, the Cavalry just arriving a little too late for Gragas.
Galio got out of that with 60 HP.
Yeah, I mean, it happens sometimes, man. Just a little slow on the rotate there. I understand how important that T1 is, but sometimes you gotta step back, man.
Yeah, I mean, also, we're at 21 minutes in the game. You don't need to be dying to defend a team.
Exactly.
If it's 10 minutes in the game, fight to keep that alive. Like tower plates are still up and everything. But when you're at 21 minutes, like this is when teams are any advantage. You know, they win one team fight and suddenly they can get like right. So you know, just trying to stay alive, just to keep someone off of a T1 that they're gonna keep anyway, is kind of questionable, to say the least.
Yeah, no, little sus. But I mean, he kept the tower alive. Scion again is back where he is. So again, keeping him at bay. Hopefully, he should be able to keep the tower alive. But the demolish proc is going to go, but it's not going to be enough. Big damage there. Explosive cast is going to go. Of course, the flash out of there. I think he's really trying to get the unstoppable onslaught out. Big damage. Plus his disruption, but it's starting to flip back. You're really starting to see.
He got
damage come in. The sustain was starting to come in, but it just wasn't enough. Unstoppable onslaught is going to have to be removed there. Here comes the Galio. Fate Seal's going to go in and kind of break it up. Jakuna is so sticky. He's so wormy. Look at the jukes. Look at the moves. My man's bobbing and weaving and is going to find 2 for 0 there. My gosh, make that 3 for 0 on the entire side of the map.
Yeah, and it's kind of quite interesting. You know, I was looking at this gold lead just before the fight broke. You know, they had, you know, they're getting on a gonna die too.
There.
Right, and it was you just went from a 3K gold lead to a 5K gold lead from that one fight.
Like
it's
that.
like it's like, you know, oh, we caught him out, we can fight here, but then, you know, Yone presses up and he got 100 to 0, exactly what we said was gonna happen.
You're really looking to try and catch out, man. You need a CC lock them down.
Yeah.
And
You have a 4-0 Yone. He's a 700 gold bound. He's, you know, 75 CS up on this Karthik.
IE locked in now too.
Like, you're not locking down Yone on his own anymore. Like, he could probably 1v3. I mean, you have a 5-0 Ezra looking really strong. You know, you're on 2.5 items for Ezra. But it's like all it takes is Yone to land an ult on Ezreal, and Ezreal loses at least half HP, if not a full kill.
I mean,
right?
He's 5-0 right now, so really who to look out for is the Revenant and the Yone right now. And I mean, honestly, if I was a betting man, I'd keep it on the Yone for keeping that bounty up right now.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if Ezreal gets that bounty, Grizzlies are in a really good spot. But on the same side of things, if Yone, you know, picks up another bounty, oh no!
Out here.
Oh, nice flash! Nice flash!
Nice flash though to keep himself alive and not get caught up there. Very scary stuff.
Crusaders. I mean, Crusaders starting up this dragon when everyone's up on the map is little overzealous.
Uh-oh. There goes the taunt. Justice Punch going to go in. They're not fully completed or together. There goes the Cataclysm to kind of catch Yone out. But there goes that Immortal Shield Bow going to keep himself sustained and alive. The shutdown, though, is going to go to Ezreal. I did lose onto that bet. There goes the double kill as well. Ezreal still kicking in the back. No picks. No ticks on my guy there. That is going to be the free Quadra. Add in the Dragon Point as well. Beautiful ace coming in over onto the Grizzlies.
Yeah, and I don't even know how to break that down. I mean, Crusaders got a little aggressive there. I don't think, like, as I was kind of getting into before the fight broke out, they started the dragon when everyone was on the map, and they could see everyone on the map, like right there in the jungle. And I was a little confused by it, but the Scion TP came through. You know, that Scion in. Big damage. You had the Jarvan people in, and suddenly, you know, Ezreal, and he can just fire his Qs in the back line. Massive ultimate, you know, securing that kill onto Yone. Yone didn't or wasn't able to find anyone, and you know, now you're looking at a 3.5 item Ezreal, who's he's 9-0, 450 gold bounty, only up 30, you know, only up 40 CS, but like the item, like he's over an item on this Tristana. He's over an item on the Yone. At this point, if Ezreal can't be jumped on by like Blitzcrank Hecarim or Gragas, I don't think he'll ever kill Ezreal. And we can see, I'm pretty sure he's building Frozen Heart next. He has the Warden's Mail.
Ooh, smart, dude.
So
and
like,
vital defensive is I like that for the ADCs. Baron is going to be picked up, but at what cost there? Cataclysm add into Galio, lock in again. Yon just going to get picked out there. Cannot 1v5 the world. The shutdown is going to fall over onto the side of the Grizzlies. And just unfortunate there. Explosive cast not going to be enough.
Ooh.
And he might get caught out here trying to get a little greedy.
Yeah, he may. Yone almost like Yone. If he had his E still active, he
Galio,
kills
what are you
Ezreal.
doing there, bro? What are you doing there, bro?
Galio.
My die, buddy! Buddy! That is not what they need, but I mean, out of everything, I mean, I'll take that, honestly.
Yeah, no, I mean, just as you said, right? Right when he was like, I think he's gonna get caught out here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ended up happening. But I mean, Yone did demonstrate in that last Baron play. He does still have the damage to kill this Ezreal.
Yeah.
If he had that E active still, Ezreal was not gonna make it out alive. In with that. And so he wasn't able to secure that. But you know, I guess that is an eye opener for Ezreal. Like, hey,
You
right?
gotta be careful, man.
So his possession, he might be 9-0, but he can still get 100-0. This Yone. Yone's on 3 items. He has a huge force play. We see him starting to go a little bit, picking up that corner. So my guess is it's either Death's Dance or maybe, right?
Ooh, Death's Dance might be pretty good there, honestly.
Because I feel like, because if Yone goes in, Yone has no picking targets. He gets an ult off, you know, he's hitting 2, 3, 4, 5 members. He has no problem gathering people together, but the question is, can he stay alive long to get his E follow-up damage off to get the return kills?
Approach, there goes J4 as well. Level 17 too. Has a lot of levels on the Ezreal as well. Just needs to find that target kill there.
Yeah. And I mean, even that 3-level difference on mid laners really show. He's actually, this is kudos to him. I mean, I haven't seen in my games, but you have a Flame Horizon in mid.
Yeah. Yep.
He is 101 CS above this card.
It's pretty serious, man. And I think you mentioned it earlier, dude, that Yone wins against the Karthus in lane. And yeah, he definitely won in lane.
Yeah, and so, I mean, even then, like, he's almost a Flame Horizon on Ezreal. Like, this Yone has insane farm this game. He's actually above 10 CS per minute.
I mean, 3 drags down, plus 2 kills behind. Still up almost a 4 gold lead there.
Yeah, they're
5,
actually,
honestly.
It's 5, yeah, because it's about 40, it's like 5,300, I think.
Yeah.
5,400.
My gosh.
And it's just like, part of that, you know, I mean, they had the 5 to 10 tower, like the early heralds, you know,
It helps a lot. Those early
that
plays.
gold is huge. But you even see, like, if you're looking at the CS numbers, you're up, you know, 13 CS top, and you're up 30 CS or 35 CS in the jungle, right? You're up 100 CS mid lane. You're only down in CS in your bot.
Yeah.
So that, like, the
boy,
kills also change that gold, right?
TP's going in. Karthus looking a little scary. I think Galio kind of pulled the trigger a little early. The pool's going to come on in. This is a really nice start. Tristana on the side, not being focused down on. The R is going to have to go down as well, too. But that's going to be support trade for support. Big burn damage on that Tristana. She's going to have to retreat back. That's actually going to get a kill now. We are a 4v3 right now. Yone looking to fight the world right now. Cataclysm going on down. Here we go. Last fate sealed. Night Train gonna grab Joe. The soul is coming out. Shutdown going over onto the Ezreal. Big damage still going in. Gragas with the AP damage are gonna have to retreat back, and that's gonna be a 2-4-4.
That was a very interesting fight. I mean, you had Yone TP switched, you know, made Karthus realize it's like, I can't be here. A little slow on the Blitzcrank hook. It still got the kill on both ends. But then, Yone comes flying in. He got his ult. And Ezreal, who is 9-0, is now 9 Yone ultimate. Which is exactly what we said could not happen, even with him building defensive. You have 4-item Ezreal, and it does not matter because
With that frozen heart,
that
don't matter.
that Yone ultimate with his E is just it's too much damage. And so the fight looked great. You had trade kills. It was 1 for Crank. Then you got the Tristana very quickly, blowing up the other ultimates. But the moment they tried to engage in all the remaining members sitting on top of each other, and it went downhill from there so fast.
Big facts.
But
unfortunately, that's just how it goes sometimes, man. Especially in this game, dude. ADCs just don't get the love, They really don't.
no, they don't. My one question, I want to say it's being built by Cyan right now. I don't know yet until he recalls. There's no anti-heal
Yup.
on the side of Grizzlies.
Said it. You said it.
And you have a Fed Yone, you have a Hecker, huge healing. You have a Gragas who has built-in healing. They now have their second Chemtech Dragon, which is bonus healing power per stack. And Yone is the only one who will ever be killing your Ezreal, who is your biggest source of damage application.
And I mean, we have some tanky boys, bro. T-Mail fits perfectly on a lot. Is Tristana gonna win this?
No, she
3,
can't.
2, 1. Oh, so close to the berries!
Did Blitzcrank
They
take that?
didn't realize it. I think they cracked the berry open, and I think they just kind of stepped over it.
Yeah, I think Blitzcrank hit the one that Tristana ran to.
Yeah, unfortunate there, man.
That's unlucky.
Yeah, dude, what is Karthus got, man? What does he got? What does he got?
I do like that. He did build Shadow Flame.
Shadow Flame plus
Shadow
that
Flame Void Staff.
plus the swords, man. Big damage there.
So, I mean, huge Magic Pen, which comes through on the Tristana, as we saw there.
Oh, yeah.
But I think really smart by him to build that Shadow Flame because, the Yone shield, Blitzcrank shield.
Yep.
You have, it's Yone's like, oh, I can do this. And Karthus like, no, I'm getting max damage application on you the moment you try going in. And so it's definitely that damage to be respected, even though he's down a significant amount of gold.
Just rotate.
It's not about killing the Yone. If you kill that Tristana, there's no damage on that
went
sense.
down over to fight Sion, while the rest of the team went over for the Baron, 7k and counting, and that's going to be a free trade there. I was a little weird on that rotation there.
Yeah, I mean...
Gragas! Oh, maybe not? TP coming in? Is this exactly what they were looking for? Oh, no.
No, Galio.
See ya. Everyone else is going to have to retreat back there. And I mean, 4 are going to recall back with the Baron call. So, I mean, I don't think that was exactly what they were trying to do, but I do like the response from the Crusaders.
I mean, they
Why are
had
you
no...
down there?
I don't know. I guess they thought he could kill him faster, or they wanted to keep him from... I don't know why the team didn't rotate there, but I don't see any vision from the side.
Yeah, there is.
Obviously, it was probably... I assume it got cleared. Didn't see if there was a ward prior to Grizzlies pink ward being put down there. But it's like if you look at the map, Dragon's not up for another minute. This is now still solo point Grizzly, or it could put the Crusaders onto solo point. But when you have no objective on the map other than Baron, and you don't see them on the map, you kind of have to assume they're running Baron because there's nothing else for them to be fighting for. So to be then running bot lane, even if you have TP, I feel like is kind of like you're trying to concede that objective, which is not
Especially as
something to be doing.
player. So that was really weird, quite unfortunate. Honestly, a really good pickup from the Grizzlies there, to kind of keep themselves afloat and keep themselves going. This bush is not warded.
Oh no!
You have to be careful on this pick bush here.
This is,
They're gonna get the
I mean,
confidence.
is Tristana's gonna bait? Is Tristana's gonna roam in river? I mean, the problem with death, but the problem with the death bush.
Right now, they're in trouble right now, even with the minions. There goes the Cataclysm to Ka'U to kind of hold out the team there. He is going to soul sweep Q, going to try to go for the Fate Seal. He's going to unfortunately whiff just a bit. True Shot Barrage is going to match back as Ezreal's response as they're going to move over to their soul point. Sion is going to just take this opportunity to start that split push, which I think is a fantastic call. Fate Seal is offline right now, so they have to be kind of careful here. Chemtake was immediately picked up there. I thought they're going to have a little bit more time. EQ's going to lock in. Yon's going to go in just a bit. There goes the proc there as well. Night Train becoming a fear train there. Gonna be able to find Karthus there. DR is gonna lock himself down, but that's gonna be the shutdown. True Shot Barrage is already on cooldown. Gonna go back again. The flash taunt plus the hourglass is not gonna be enough. EQ under the tower is not gonna be enough. And there goes the knockback, pushback. And oh man, I don't think Yon really wanted him thrown back because I think he could have killed him there. Unfortunately, it's not going to be able to find Revenant Storm. Meanwhile, on the top side, though, look at all that plussing, bro.
It's
if
like
it all fails, go to backdoor it.
And you know, this is exactly what we outlined in their draft. It's like they want a team fight, and Grizzlies play their team fight really well. You know, Crusaders had blown their ultimates. You know, you knew Yon had there. So yes, you lose that dragon, and you are now on soul point for both teams. But I didn't see any pings come through. I mean, I would assume they otherwise said it. That Sion got the tier 2 tower. Oh no. He's just the Gragas is just dead here.
Yeah, no, he does.
That's unfortunate. I mean, at this point in the game,
Kobe! Ah, he gets it! Let's go!
the funny part is too, Tristana just jumped when that happened. Like instead of jumping to the side, you jumped
She just jumped
straight.
Forward. She was like, I need to get further ahead. Hey, I mean,
Very
that
questionable.
Is beautiful. Great pick there from Revenant. Huge damage, dude. My gosh.
Like we're on 38 and a half minutes. You cannot be giving up deaths like.
Ooh, the pick coming in from Yon. Finds Revenant there. Is going to go back over to it. The Rampage coming over from Hecarim. The big damage from the both of them. My gosh, these guys are scary. Eesh. Big damage coming over from Karthus. But the sustain is insane. And Rampage still going to go. He's going to keep going for it. And I mean, yeah, no, who's stopping him? Look at that health back. Oh my gosh, he was 30%. Now he's back at 50. Sniper for equal. Just going to throw out the hook. Just to throw out the hook.
Yeah. We're approaching 40 minutes, and you know this is what Crusaders did not want to have. You have a very strong Sion who's now permanent split push, right? Takes but the biggest thing that I think is interesting, you have minute-long death. So with the way this is going, you know, if you get Sion splitting and suddenly you kill 2-3. Grizzlies can take half of that base for free because no one's alive enough to Sion at that point. And so Yone is kind of forced to match Sion permanently. But if Yone is not there, Ezreal can put out damage application so freely. And so it's like now your biggest damage threat in Yone is now stuck on this tank who has played a perfect game and has not died yet.
Sitting. And yeah, man, 232. 008 has not died yet. Got the top lane in him as well. Pandorium's been doing fantastic all night.
I do want to. I mean, I give kudos to Yon. He is, what is it, 10? Is that all? He's like 11 CS per minute, pretty sure now.
Insane. 452 CS, dude.
In a 40-minute game. He is he's above 10 CS per minute while being 6-2. He has a 700 gold bounty again. Like he has a 200 gold or 200 CS lead on his lane opponent.
A little unfortunate here that the big man himself is not going to be into this fight, but it looks like the hourglass is going to be proc there. The Cataclysm plus the Galio ult not doing as much or being as effective as it was previously. GA is on the Yon, so he can find himself to be a little more confident and find himself pushing forward. That's going to be 2-0 right now with the guys on the back going to try and poke their way through. Sion not close enough to the base to really be a full threat that someone needs to answer to. 1K going down, beautiful snipe going to go in. The soul over the wall, going to try to push him. Fate so close
Unfortunate. He missed one of his cues there. If he hadn't missed that second cue, he would have had his get the knockup for the bonus damage, which I think would have.
And now
So nice sidestep by Karthus there, keep himself alive. But I mean, this is sole point for both teams.
And Teamwork's already on it, man. Putting on the damages here.
I think they just melt this.
It is dead. There's nothing they can do here. That's going to be Dragon Soul, and that's 4 Chemtechs in a row, by the way. So that is a full stack resistances plus the soul, man.
I'm still equally confused. There's no anti-heal. The armor items on Scion was heart, and now he's a.
Yeah.
So you have a very fed Yone with very strong Hecarim. They now have 4 Chemtech dragons and no anti-heal. Just I don't know how you're. How are you going to kill this Yone? He has shield though. He has Bloodthirster, 4 Chemtech dragons, and he's a GA and a Bork. You don't kill him unless you have anti-heal, at least, as well as like layering your CC. And
something really nice over it for the side of the Crusaders. Finally, I see that wave of blue in the vision, in the terms of vision.
Yeah. I mean, the vision is doing okay, but what good is vision if your team is dead?
True.
That's I don't know.
Very unfortunate here, as we see the shifting change here. Fate Seal's gonna lock in over onto the back. Hecarim coming in onto the Rampage, gonna push that Ezreal all the way back over to the Gragas, who's gonna tackle finish. Explosive Cast is going to go. Karthus is just getting disrupted and tossed all over the place. J4 getting mixed up as well. Gonna lock in the Scion in there as well. The whole team's just jumping around left and right, man. It is insane. It is a fiesta. But I think they're going to finally find the team fight that they were looking for with the Dragon Soul, with the 4 Barons, or the two Barons. It is going to be GG game 1. Headed over to the Crusaders, 30-21.
My, what a game.
What a banger of a game.
But definitely, I mean, keeps us on the edge of our seats. I mean, it was hard to break down anything. Breaking something down, they start fighting again.
Yeah. Yep. Very scary, very back and forth.
Very interesting. I think Grizzlies had, they started to get the right idea. And splitting, he got that inhib, I believe. I don't remember if he
got the top inhib.
But it's like, Scion had that going, and then Yone's like, hey, I'm just gonna match you, do anything now. And it just felt, like they were sitting there trying to figure what to do. And both teams were like, hey, what do we do? Oh, look, there's a Baron. Let's go get a Baron. And it was like, and they're just fight after fight, which is an interesting thing to see.
Yeah, big damage there. Hecarim really popping off. Check out the stats there. 27k over for Night Train. 3,800 for Jakuna there. 44,000 for the Karthus. My gosh, man, putting up the numbers. Everyone else though, not a lot.
Not very significant, yeah.
J4. So I think that's a really big part, man. That gold difference really making a huge dip as well. So I think
11.3 CS per minute.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he's 6-2. He has an KDA, but like, he had such a good farming game that it was like, hey, I have my item.
It didn't even.
And now I can get kills.
It seemed like Karthus did 44k, honestly.
Right, and it's like.
Oh, literally, yeah.
It's just like he presses R and Tristana loses 2/3 of her health. It's like, oh.
That was awesome, man. Game 1 going over to the Crusaders. I think just going back to the drawing board, Grizzlies just needs to lock in that early game and make sure that when they do find their options, that they lock it down. And if they get that inch, that they take the mile. I don't know if we are going to break or if we are jumping right into our next draft. Where is everybody at right now?
I mean, I'm not in the lobby yet, so I don't think draft is
Okay.
prepared.
I don't think draft is set and ready, so I think we're going to be taking a quick break. Game 2 is on the way. Don't go anywhere, Victorious Esports. We will be right back.
This is how I do it every day. Wow, wow，这一路上的奇迹都记住了你的每一个瞬间，无比的耀眼。I know you want some more，准备好就一起走，Giving it all。Now I got it so deep down. You look like you could use some more. Now I got it, never running low. Yeah, I got more than enough, got it up and away. You know I got it like boom boom, blow your mind, never get
afraid to die. Type to make you cry. Type to put a price all up on your head. Do just what I said. I'm a straight up villain, straight up villain. Yeah, no feeling, yeah, no feeling. Straight up villain, straight up villain. Yeah, no feeling, yeah, no feeling. But I'm dead, you know what's up in your head. Watch it feel you full of dread till you go. Bang, bang, you can do anything. No fear, no pain. Listen to your brain go. Go stupid, go dumb, go stupid, and then we go insane. Whoa. Just do what I say, follow me, I lead the way. Time to roll the dice, you know I'm the type. Type to risk my life, not afraid to die. Type to make you cry, type to put a price all up on your head. Do just what I said. I'm straight up villain, straight up villain. Yeah, no feeling, yeah, no feeling. Straight up villain, straight up villain. Yeah, no feeling, yeah, no feeling. But I'm dead, eat my voice up in your head. Watch it feel you full of dread till you go.
Alrighty, guys, welcome back, Victorious GG. Grizzlies Crusaders for the quarterfinals. Crusaders is up one. I am your host, Yui Yoshikage, with my best friend Amato here with me. Pick and bans are already going through, and I see the Hecarim already being taken off the board. Crusaders matching that energy with the Ezreal being taken off as well.
That's kind of interesting. I mean, nothing needed to change for the side of Crusaders. I guess. I mean, obviously the Ezreal was very strong, being 9-0 at one point. So I think it's more of a respect stand. And we do see the Tristana first picked again.
Yeah,
So the Viago came through the same, Jinx came through the same. So basically, both teams only changed up one ban for their first round on both sides. So it's interesting. I guess Grizzlies decided they'd rather let Seraphine through and not allow the Hecarim through. I would have been more. I would have assumed they would have picked Yone over the Hecarim because I don't think Hecarim otherwise had a crazy impact in the game that I noticed. But
I think that's where the Jace is coming in there. I think that's going to be the mid lane Jace.
maybe.
Tom Kent's going to be locked in as well. Big flex for the top or the support. Crusaders on the last pick here. Gonna go for the hook,
Okay.
but change it up a little bit and add in a little more CC with the Nautilus. I like that. A lot more utility and options to the table that comes in the terms of Nautilus compared to the Blitzcrank. I do like the silence AoE plus the shield break, but I mean Nautilus is Depth Charge. I feel is super crazy if placed properly. 5 seconds left for Crusaders' last pick. Where do you think they're gonna go? Oh,
A
we're going
volley
top
gets
lane,
locked
maybe.
in. This is very much. I mean, they're very much seems to be drafting another kind of. I mean, it's a team fight, but also a pick comp in a sense. You have the hook. You have right.
Oh no.
Very very smart. Very smart answer.
Oh
I
no.
respect it. I respect it.
Press E, can't play the game. There it is.
Well, not quite. I mean, she can only block one or put it on one person, right? But like Volibear is huge AP damage. I mean, Nautilus damage applies magic damage, right? You add like your mid laner, which I would assume is, or I mean, like or a jungler or a top laner, someone with Morgana Black Shield actually gets blown up mid to late game. Like her Black Shield can't exist. And
I
also like
I don't know, man. Early game, you go for that hook, you press E.
it's nice,
Really
but
close.
I mean, if you're keeping track of stats, right? You have I don't know if it's 20 or 15 seconds level 1 from Morgana Black Shield, whereas
It's
Nautilus is a 9-second hook.
true, true, true.
So if he presses it on a Nautilus hook, they just go around right when the Nautilus hook back up again, and there's no Black Shield for the second one.
Big pick there for the Mordekaiser.
The
I'm
Yone
getting
does
a
get banned, so
little
that's good.
confused on to where Grizzlies are going with this team.
I mean, I think you could have the Mordekaiser jungle. That's an option. You could also technically do Morgana jungle. But yeah, they're very. I mean, they're tanky. Give them that.
Oh, nice pick
They
there.
definitely need a heavy
Volibear.
ADC.
So someone, what would you say, Philios? Ooh, Caitlyn being banned from the
Caitlyn was banned. Yeah,
Crusaders there.
I mean, Caitlyn would be a good pick, but Caitlyn being banned is really. I don't know. I mean,
This is
Kaisa. I
actually
mean,
a great pick here for the Crusaders.
I'm trying to think like who would fit really well.
Gonna go
I mean,
for
a Varus pick if they play Varus would not be actually that bad. The amount of lockdown that team has if you have a Varus ult,
not a
or
lot
maybe
of
a
damage.
Vayne for the
No,
attack
I
speed.
feel they need someone with solid damage. They need someone heavy. Bring some
I
oomph to the team.
I mean, I just don't know who they're gonna pick
Let's
with
go
that setup.
Draven. No, let me stop. Okay,
I guess we'll find out. But
we got 3 seconds left. Aurelion Soul
so
locked in. So
that's
is
a
that
Volibear
Morgana?
jungle.
Is that Morgana Tom Kench bot?
I assume so.
Chase Morgana bot? I don't know.
I'm very confused with this
I'm
draft.
very confused here with the Grizzly pick.
Unless it's kind of a Jay's bot line, I guess, because he has a ranged form. I don't
Maybe
know.
I don't know. I don't know. It's
But
weird. It's weird, but I like it. Does that make sense?
I think I see it. Like,
I just
I mean,
don't see the real AD attack, and I feel like that could be an issue. You have the AP from Morden Aurelion Soul, but where's that carry really coming from? You're going for the Jates with it, Monamune,
Jace, Tom Kench,
Vanderbilt.
maybe. I mean, Jace. I mean, especially. I mean, we'll find out. But I mean, if Jace does go bot damage,
I
it's
think
definitely a
Aurelion Soul
possibility.
has to go mid though. So
Well,
Morgana has to be the
well the AD. I
support.
mean, he'd be the AD, right?
Yeah.
Base
Ah, man.
Soul, like
We'll see. We'll see.
Aurelion. I don't know. Aurelion scales so well into the late game, and then
That
you have
is
a Mordekaiser who can just take away a target, right?
yeah.
Volibear goes to jump in. It's like, oh, by the way, you're coming with me,
To the
right?
shadow realm, buddy. Like,
But like on the side of Crusaders, they have a Gangplank. You have a Corki. It's like you have a Volibear. Like you have very very heavy late game, like mid late, like scalers. So this Aurelion Soul, even if he's well, he's also very easy to get blown up. I mean, Nautilus has his hook to find someone out, but you have the Corki with his package who can just jump, like fly
oh
right in
yeah.
on him. You have
Especially if you're
Gangplank with an ult,
as
like
well.
I
TP
don't know.
package man is evil.
It's just like, yeah, you have Corki with package, and then you have Gangplank ult. You have a Volibear jumping in on you. Like
Oh, and
Crusaders have a
towers.
huge just
And
go
his
in.
towers.
They're just
So
like,
that's
hey,
the
we're
top 10
going in.
locked in. Or Kaiser for the jungle.
Yeah, I think I saw that one coming. That one kind of
Yeah,
makes
yeah.
sense. So, I guess yeah, it's Jace bot lane, Jace Morgana bot lane. I think
So we're gonna see our mid lane being picked here. Should be Aurelion Soul.
should be. Yeah, it is.
Yep, locked in. There it is.
So that's interesting. I have not seen the Jace
ADC
bot lane.
Jace. Do you have any info on ADC Jace? What about chat? Has chat seen this before?
I mean, I will say when I was still learning League, I played Garen bot lane.
Ah!
But so I mean, Jace having
Right, you
having a
thinks,
range
right,
for
you thinks.
him, like I don't see the agency of Jace being able to play in his melee form, right? And so it's just like, sure, I mean, he could build lethality. He could like they're gonna want Kraken Slayer, I'd assume. I don't think it's good on Jace necessarily, but like you have a heavy tank and Volibear. Kraken Slayer would be so nice to just blow those two off the turn.
Yeah, man. I don't
But
know. I don't know.
I feel like I love Grizzlies draft other than the ADC choice.
Right? But
Like,
honestly, who would you put there though?
well, I also don't know.
No,
Like,
who fits there
uh,
better, man? Like,
I mean, I kind of think Varus might be better. You still have equally long range, maybe slightly reduced compared to what Jace range with the Hexgate burst shot you can
is
do.
Varus really outputting more damage though than Jace?
Well, I don't know necessarily about damage output, but even like the added lockdown lets your Aurelion Soul carry more, and
But
you can
it's just-
probably like
you can
if you
CC
go
him
like
forever, but if you ain't putting out the damage, they're just gonna sit there and kind of just stare at you. They're just gonna wait. Like,
yeah, and it's just like
I don't
I
know.
don't know. I mean, because I mean, Caitlyn was banned, Ezreal Zaya was banned, right? The Jinx was banned. So it's like all the people out
That is
there.
true, honestly. Yeah, you know what? You make a very, really good point with that, man. 3 ADCs being picked there, four all round out, and those are the four I would rather be there, and they're not. So I
Exactly.
mean, no, yeah, okay, okay.
So it's just like I mean, the Caitlyn was banned round 2. So I
Oh,
mean, Caitlyn I guess could have been picked up, but you don't want to play Caitlyn into Tristana.
yeah, no.
Right? With that comp, Caitlyn does work with their entire comp, but in the strict ADC to ADC matchup, Caitlyn wouldn't work there, which I can see you not picking it there. But it's just like I don't know. I don't know what I want to do with this.
I don't know, man. But I mean, the thing is, here's the thing. VRD, we are in playoffs here, all right? There's a reason why they're on the team and we're watching, you know? So
Yeah,
this,
they
this
made it
can't
this
be
far for a
random.
reason, you
This
know.
can't be random. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
They've must have worked with this before. This had to be maybe Plan B, Plan C option, maybe. You know,
maybe
not
yeah.
what they really wanted to do, but had to. You know, so
Partially, yeah, with the
see.
huge ADC loss there.
I would have to agree, but if you check the pick and bans, man, that's a pretty deep pool for any ADC.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
know, that is pretty deep there. Taking Tristana there as well, that's 5 ADCs right there taken away from you. So I mean,
Yeah, and it's just like if you're someone who picks, you know, or like if you're a one chick, well, good luck. You know.
so
So
where do you think this is going? Match point for the Crusaders.
I,
Best of
I,
3. Where are we going? Are we getting the game 3? Is this going to be the 2L for the Crusaders? Where we at?
I think Crusaders have the 2-0. I mean, the Tristana didn't perform as well that first game, but having a Nautilus with the bonus CC might come in handy. But I think just that like gangplank scaling late game is huge,
Yeah.
and like
Oh,
added to the what I guess is a lack of AD. I don't. You build MR and like almost all of their Grizzlies damage is now reduced.
get healthy, and then, yeah, no, for the most
So
part, it's
I
pretty-
want to give it to Grizzlies. I think still have equal potential. Like you have a core, and then not that like Morgana can only black shield one person. Nautilus can ult someone else, and it's like you still have a good team fight there.
It's true. So the spectator delay is on its way, dwindling down to that beautiful time for us to load into the Rift. VRD, Victorious GG, do not go anywhere. Game 2 of quarterfinals is on the way. Be sure to keep it locked, and we will be right back. Victorious GG, we are back. Game 2. What a quick, beautiful break. Quarterfinals is on the way. Crusaders on the blue side, Grizzlies on red. It is do or die for the Grizzlies. No coming back next week. No,
Do we have
do
an
not
invade?
pass go. I think we might.
Do we have an invade top
Why?
now instead of bot lane?
I like the mix. No wards this time.
Tom Kench.
Tom Kench, what are you doing, baby? What are you doing? Oh, there goes the hook.
I wouldn't.
Lock in. Flash is gonna be proc there. We take no.
I don't know why he threw hook there. He was standing right on top of him.
Nah.
He like Nautilus could have ulted or could have just autoed that and then wait and then you.
Level 1 ult. True.
Oh yeah. No, but like because Nautilus was standing on top of him, so if Nautilus just autos him, he's rooted. Then you get the
passive stun. Root.
yeah, and then he gets the flash over, and then you can just flash follow and get a hook, and he can't move.
True. I mean, I like the hook. I don't care. I saw it. He pulled the trigger. Boom. He's got the flash. We take it. Nice.
It was just I guess he was AFK though, because like he definitely like.
He might have been watching the map on the other side, seeing what the homies are doing.
I guess, because like they walked into his vision circle because they walked fully into the bush before he reacted.
There is a ward there, so yeah, I think the camera might have not been on him. So there is a ward over on the Crusaders red side, so they will know when Volley is passing by. God,
yeah.
Volley's skin looking super sexy there. That new ink skin line is sick, dude.
Oh, I know. I have yet to get the Ink Surge skin line, but I want it. But I like it. The aggression for Nautilus.
Jace there, big damage there. Plus the second bomb proc, make it blow. Hey yo, pause. But that's gonna be big damage there at the beginning. Revan definitely feeling the mode there. Level 2 should fall over to the side of Crusaders here. Not going to be able to get much out of the advantage there, though, since they did that level 1 skirmish.
One thing that like is good to note here. Look at that CS difference in jungler. Mordekaiser's already cleared half.
My gosh.
Still on his top. That's gonna
there.
significantly reduce this Volibear.
Yeah, I mean, he might be able to pick up the red side. It's going to be fast. Does not have level 2 yet. Is going to have to flash away. The auto is going to make that third stack pop. And that's going to be an easy first blood coming over to the side of Crusaders. And I mean, not seeing much out of the Jace yet. TP is going to be proc there. And now, I think we're going to see a big difference out of the Macho. Because check it out. Where'd that kill drop?
It dropped on the Tristana, which is exactly what you needed.
Yeah.
And I mean, he had the level up there, so I guess he almost lived, but it's just, you have a 3-stack bomb on your head. I think there needs to be a little bit more respect on this Nautilus. Nautilus is not the same as a Blitzcrank.
Yes.
Where, like, much like if you're against, like, an Amumu, for example, if Nautilus misses you but hits a minion, right, Nautilus is still sitting on top of you. He can still root
He
you.
can still auto you. Auto attack reset as well. Once he procs his W shield Titan draft, plus the slow. I mean, it doesn't do a lot of damage, but it still does damage.
Exactly, and I mean, we saw the GP had to flash away there, otherwise that Mordekaiser would have killed him. But that's Mordekaiser's ghost now.
Nice hook onto the Morgana. Black shield's gonna be very delayed there.
Just a little late.
Just
Okay though.
Delayed there. It's all right though.
I mean, it secured the walkout, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, it's gonna be interesting. If I were the Jace, I would probably just be trying to set up a freeze under my tower the entire game. Because
oh my gosh, back-to-back hook again to cool down so fast there. Hop in, plus the bomb, one more, make it pop, baby, with the jump out. See you later. Macho looking super clean in the bot lane. Uh-oh, but here comes the dragon. Oh, I think he
spotted.
got noticed, though.
Yeah, he got spotted. They pinged him early.
What's Volley doing there?
Volley?
Let's go, get out.
I mean, you had Nautilus to escort you, I guess, but that's
yeah, that was real scary.
If Mr. Dragon was paying attention, you know, that's a 2v1 right there on the Volibear. No way out.
Super pitch. 2-0 30 CS right now. Macho's probably very happy in the comms right now. He's like, thank you guys.
He's like, I can do stuff. Like, he has, you know, I mean, it's 5 minutes. He already has a Noon Quiver. He's gonna have a real easy time farming.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the CS isn't a huge gap right now, but that extra, 600 gold he's sitting on is going to be massively beneficial.
So there was a very early CS gap there in the jungle, but I mean, he definitely minimized it to 2 CS. Now make it 4. I was
it's a camp.
I was a little nervous in a bit, but I mean, for the most part, that wasn't bad at all.
Yeah.
I like the slow action everywhere else besides bot lane. Nothing else really happening. Here comes the evening airplane gank on the top lane, but oranges are up. He sees him on the ward. Flash isn't available for one hand, so he has to be a little careful. More than just 1 CC out of these tanky boys on the top lane.
Yeah. So just for breakdown, I know we were talking about it earlier in draft. The Morgana spell shield being level 1 right now is a 24-second cooldown.
Whoa! He hit that hook? Bro, they paid that minion off there. Oh my gosh. What?
Very, very, very well played.
The minion dodged. Bro.
The minion's like, not today, I'm faker.
He's like, nah, dude. He's like, you're not hitting me with that, bro. Like, they paid that minion off, dude. And they're hitting that bushwhack attack.
Yeah.
He's gonna check the first push. Now he thinks he's safe.
Yeah. Honestly,
no. He sees the minion. He's so hungry, dude. Oh no, he sees it. He's gonna go for it. No. There goes the prop. It's gonna burn.
He's gonna jump and he jumps back out again.
Jump out. Ew. Whose man is this?
Like,
Macho passing the controller to his big brother because he was not going this crazy before.
He's I don't know. It's just this matchup. As much as Morgana, everyone thinks more hard counter.
As long as you play it properly, it's not that much. Honestly, though, on the flip side of things, you gotta also play the Morgana properly. Now, Black Shield, the hook already landed, dog. Why is it going down already? 1700
I don't know why.
marksman. Volibear's gonna have to retreat back out of it. They're actually very low here. Ghost coming in, the procs going in. They're going to have to retreat, give back. But Nautilus just sees blood and goes for the Q. Jace is finally gonna be able to start procking some shots there. Might be able to get a kill under the belt. Hextech Dragon is gonna be in. Brilliant Soul trying to burn this man, but he's going to walk away with 26. Here comes Tristana with the back shots. Pause. No, it's gonna be a fair trade there. 1 up plus the dragon. First kill on the board. And honestly, not too bad.
Yeah, I mean, not terrible. I mean, that's kind of the upside to Jace, right? Like he's doing the, and that's what you're gonna see. You know, they're gonna get it low, and then Jace is gonna just fire that blast through that the Hextech accelerator, and just like, oh, by the way,
What? Kind of
you thought you lived? It's like, oh, by the way, you thought you lived?
Yeah, no. Boop. See ya. And I mean, with the lethality, he can start bursting. But I mean, 4-0, that's a lot of damage.
Yeah, Tristana is going to be a huge menace. I mean, she's almost at mythic.
Uh-oh, flash to get eaten. Drop back into the tower. Is just gonna go fall to Dark Python there. One hand taking way overextended there.
Just a little far,
Just
but
being comfortable there. Should not have been that far. TP coming in as well. You need that little speed boost as well. Gonna just eat up the little pirate, eat his orange as well, and call it a day.
yeah. But yeah, no. As I was kind of getting into, I mean, these guys. You have a 24-second spell shield cool. Nautilus has a 9-second. Go check that. He's maxing W. Yeah, it's basically 13 seconds. So you have the Nautilus hook cooldown. Little cheeky trade. The Nautilus hook cooldown is essentially half the time of a Morgana Black. Right? So you got to play it properly and time things right. But at the end of the day, I honestly, like, when I'm, like, I know, like, myself personally playing support, I pick Nami over as a better counter to Nautilus.
Uh-oh. Big damage coming over here. Gotta say, Dark Python being subbed in for the top lane, showing off.
He's like,
But
hey.
They unbench Dark Python for him to unbench the Kench. And he's starting to show why. I do like that up there. We gotta keep our eyes out there for that.
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting way this turns around. I mean, lanes to watch. We already see a big CS gap coming in through mid lane, just like game. GP, I don't know.
Uh-oh.
Maybe? Oh, maybe. He doesn't. Sometimes had the ultimate, but he's just out of range. He's so close. But I mean, one more. If he gets knocked up by that W by the Tom Kench, that's game over for him.
Doesn't have a lot of mana though. Look at the bot side. Mordekaiser in the curtains, in the wings. Morgana just gonna whiff that Q. Is gonna get baited out of the black shield. She dies here once that shield goes down. Oh, but pulling the trigger a little too early. Sniper Boricua is gonna get countered with their own Q stack there. Mordekaiser
They have the volley. I mean,
they know that volley's there. It's a dance right now.
Oh.
There's 50% right now. One hand flipping that fight on the top side. Big damage coming from Revenant, showing off that Jace pick there. Big damage there. Tristana's gonna have to force the retreat there and step away from the tower.
Yeah, very, very well done. Top lane, you know, I think Dark Python got a little greedy. He's like, oh, I have the damage.
He's like,
He did not respect the GP having his ultimate available. That damage is not to be disrespected early. And then you had the.
That's gonna be hard steal though. Bought over for Tom Kench.
Yeah.
First
like,
legendary next to just
second.
Kraken.
Well, yeah, the Kraken already. So that's an interesting. I mean, the Kraken is gonna be. I don't know. I mean,
I get people are allergic to thornmail, maybe.
Honestly, true.
You know, like.
I don't know. I mean, the thing is, what you have to ask yourself as Tom Kench,
Nice
how often do I fight?
Brilliant Soul moving on through. Oh my god, dropping the dunk. Night Train really just picking up the pace and just overall been playing a great game from these past couple games.
Tom Kench?
Really
Tom Kench?
just eyeing the health bar, doesn't really care, and not having any other focus on anything else. Or Kaiser's gonna send the mid laner to the Shadow Realm. Corky just trying to live his
Okay.
life, and that was a slick flash back there, and is gonna keep himself alive, Jakuna! What?
Very well done. Very well
Crusaders,
done.
baby, let's go, dude.
I've got a question for the Tom Kench there. I mean, like,
Well, bro, he saw red. That was it. He was hungry.
I'm just,
He was hungry. Like,
it's like sure, Volibear has no ultimate, but to walk in when your team's not there,
he hungry. That was it. He saw bear sandwich. He's like, bro, I can eat that. Like, I can eat that real quick. Like,
dinner time.
Dinner time, baby. Like,
So I mean, we do have Ocean Dragon is going to be your next objective taken.
it's gonna be Soul. So Hextech is not an option. And
Ocean's not an option.
So what we got? We got Wind left.
Wind, Fire, Chemtech, and Mountain.
What do you think? What would be most beneficial?
Most beneficial? I mean, with the way the game started, get a Fire Dragon on the Tristana.
Oh my god, Inferno on Crusaders. Maybe Earthquake on Grizzlies side. Ooh, Hope gonna go down there.
Yeah.
Gonna be Match Aurelion Soul's coming in as well. No ult. We're
There's-
dropping bombs on the Aurelion Soul. Morgana's gonna be the first one down. Unstoppable. Gonna trade 1-for-1 for it. Night Train is going to be picked up. Oh, I thought it was gonna be a support trade. That's actually a way more beneficial trade. Package is gonna go in. I think Corky's just gonna hop on in and drop it hot. Bada boom, nice flash. The black hole is gonna help. He's gonna keep on going. The hammer's gonna fall over for Corky, but he's gonna pick up 2-for-1. And then the Metal Man himself's gonna bring down the Obliterate to slow down Jakuna. But I think that is a fair trade in the book for Crusader side.
Very much so. I mean, you're already looking at a 6K gold
Right
lead,
now.
and it's at
Black
14, you're
Shield
14
is
minutes.
dropped. Nice
Oh
dodge.
no!
Oh, the Hourglass
Oh,
Fate.
no.
He's gonna be able to stun. Exhaust is going to be proc there. Shadow Realm is going to be dropped. He's going to knock him back. He's going to put on the bombs. He's going to bomb. He's going to weave. He's going to get 1-for-1. But Mordekaiser is going to get the shutdown. Crusaders is still up by 6. He's got to try and get away. Putting up the shields. Here comes the Volley Bear. Will he be able to help out the team? Hammer's Fall's gonna drop. Jace is gonna find another one. But the Sniper Boricua is going to help out and find another kill with the help of Jakuna coming down with the TP. Jace on the run. And you got the Night Train guy coming. And that's a scary drop. Jakuna's gonna find another one. 5-1 right now for this mid laner on Unstoppable Force.
Yeah, I mean, I think in hindsight, I think Sniper should have just blocked the Morgana Q. I mean, obviously, dodging skill shots is a handy skill for anyone to have. But-
It's like second hand sometimes. Like you see the Q coming as a support, you're gonna dodge. It's in your nature to dodge. You know, you think
It is,
also
but
dodge too. But
Like,
I mean, come on.
you
let's
gotta
be
also
real.
you gotta tell
right.
yourself, it's like, I'm support. I'm here to keep my Tristana alive, you know. And so you to be ready to sacrifice your life, you know, take that Q so Tristana can walk out for free, right?
Yeah. Oh,
Um,
damages are coming in. Essence Reaver is built for the G.
Nice orange.
Uh-oh, but here comes the Jace. Big damage there. Knockback gonna go. Gonna put him up against the corner, and they're gonna jump this man and run his pockets. Shut down. Gonna land over onto the big fish himself. Nice rotate from Jace as well, too, to get a little bit of extra money in his pocket.
It's like, I want a piece of this. I can do this though.
Something, dude. Yeah, dude.
So-
He needs a slice of pizza, too, man.
It's very interesting to see the breakdown though. You know, I mean, you have a 6K gold lead,
Yep.
almost a 7K gold
Okay.
for the side of Crusaders. But you know, you shut down Corky and Tristana, and where is their
Yeah.
right? It's like all of. I mean, it's exactly what you want. You're snowballing your carries very early in the game. But when you have the side of a Morgana,
She's gonna hit the wall there. Smite's gonna be landed just to take it. He's gonna Shadow Realm and give Nautilus a one-way ticket to Brazil. My man's running for his life. He is back, but Aurelion Soul's also here as well. Dream Unforgiven's gonna be able to pick that up for them. Gotta be careful on those approach there. It's not always just gonna be a 2v1 versus the Mordekaiser.
yeah, and it's just like you know, the thing that Grizzlies have going for them is their insane amount of CC, right? You have the Mordekaiser, you have a Tom Kent lockdown, you have a scaling Aurelion Soul, you have the Morgana binding. So you have all these amazing tools and forces of utility. But at the end of the day, do you have the health bar alive? You know, nearing 2 items for Phantom Dance. She's gonna press E, press Q, press W, press R, and are you still alive at that point?
Probably not. You might not even survive the full combo, honestly. 5-1 right now. Kraken built in. Berserker Greaves going in. I think that's the Phantom Dancer.
Phantom Dancer, yeah.
Going in. So, and I mean, check Corki. Uh-oh. Black Hole's going to be dropped, but the jump back is going to be all right. Ravenous Hydra and Miramana, speaking of our Space Invader friend here, as we do get a skirmish over this first Herald here. Or, excuse me, second Herald.
Second Herald. I mean, Crusaders have done well. If they get this, that's both Heralds for both games.
Yeah, I love that, man. I love that. And
They are definitely, I mean, they started out better. You know, they got second dragon instead of...
Here coming from Mordekaiser, knockup is going to land. Here comes Aurelion Soul dropping the damage. But as you can see, the group was grouped, but there wasn't a lot of damage output coming over for the Grizzlies sides there. Tom Kench knocking it down and really showing that percentage health damage off to the tanks. Big heal coming in for the Bear, and I think it's going to keep himself up and alive. Not enough though, but they should be able to clean it up there. Red turret is going to, second tier mid is going to be destroyed there. Jakuna on a killing spree. Bot lane in shambles and on the retreat, and objective picked up.
I mean, if I were Trist, I would have walked tower there. That's just my opinion. Instead of going for inhib, you know, you get
the flash. Well, the knockback, the walk away.
Maybe.
Oh,
She's low on mana. They're both low. They're both low on mana.
She's getting GP on the side there.
He gets out. But I mean, you have Corki TP. This is not where you want to be, Corki.
Oh no! Get out of there, Corki. It's not enough. Into the black hole. I like the idea. Go for the homie, but you're good, you know.
But like, you're also a little early. Like, Dragon's not up for another minute.
Yeah.
Right, and so it's just like, you know, the thought process is there, but ultimately, you know, you just don't have the vision of their team, right? You know, you see Grizzlies, they have huge amount of wards on their top side, a couple wards on their bot side. And then for Crusaders, you have some wards on the bot side, and you have like nothing on this top side. Baron is up, Dragon is spawning, but it's just, where's the vision that we saw in the first?
It's kind of hard to get out there if you don't want to stick your neck out, just trying to get a ward out and to die. Morgana really can't walk out by herself, so she needs to be escorted on the hop over. Oh my god, mix up, put him in the blender. He is done. My gosh, that was so fast. I barely realized what was going on, and I was watching. So I only could have
Tristana's like,
how that felt.
like, hey, bomb, hey, look, you're dead.
Yeah, he looked at it the wrong way. That was it.
So, I mean, definitely a much stronger early game start for Crusaders than what we saw last game.
This is soul point already. Almost anybody Nautilus picks up is dead. 8 kill lead, 7k gold deficit right now. Everything is looking up aces right now for my guys.
Like, it's such an interesting and this, you know, because keep in mind, but Crusaders are in this match. Crusaders were 6th, Grizzlies were 3rd, which means that Crusaders actually came into this matchup at a deficit, and they've just come out swinging, and they're just not giving the breathe.
Hey, the thing is, you can't always go straight towards seeding. A lot of things going through the season. Hold that thought there. Aurelion Soul's gonna drop the bomb. Nautilus trying to soak up as much damage as he can. He is sustaining himself through the Shadow Realm. Finally, he gets back, and it's gonna be a 1-for-1 trade. Volley Bear is going to find himself and continue himself moving forward there. Macho is going to keep on going there. Corky on the side there is going to have to retreat back. It was looking pretty good, but I think they got more than enough of what they need, so they're going to pull back there. Jack Soul is going to be purchased for the Mordekaiser. Overall, man, I see the window of opportunity starting to really close on the Grizzlies here as we get further and further into this game.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely you do have to pay a little bit of attention to the top side. I mean, they've almost broken top inhib, and you're at 6 stacks. You now turn to 7 stacks for the Rod of Ages on this Aurelion. So, and then Aurelion also has a completed Rylite. He's going to be going into his Seraph. So this Aurelion Soul is almost on. He's not doing too bad. He's only down 20 CS. His Rod of Ages is almost fully scaled, right? And that by the time that comes in, he's sitting around. He'll be around level 13, level 4, which will help bring him back into this game. But the question is it enough for them to start winning these team fights around these objectives?
No, man, I really don't know. I feel like it's almost enough. This bot lane really struggling in the beginning of the game. So that is a 3, 8, and 9 bot lane to a 8, 6, and 12 bot lane.
Yeah, it's not something you want to see. And you're looking at these vision scores, right? It's like your support vision score is nearly double on the side of Morgana. So it's like, even though one thing Grizzlies have going for them is that they're struggling in KDA and their gold management, but they have a great sense of vision control to some extent. Obviously, it's matched very well on the rest of the map, and so that slight vision lead from the support difference.
Mordekaiser, he was thinking that he was safe, but he is not. He's gonna send Volley Bear into the realm with him. Everyone's just gonna kind of float around, watch him wait, and now Mordekaiser's gonna take the punishment there. Night Train is gonna find an Aurelion Soul's gonna help and trade 1-for-1 on the Sniper for equal, but that's gonna be the double kill over for the Ink Bear himself. Big damage going in, and he's just going to try to eat him, but that's not going to be enough. Triple kill for the Night Train, and he's looking for more. He's getting the Quadra, and oh my gosh, can he do it? One more. Jace knocks him away, exhausts his proc, and he is going to run away and not stand on.
He's not giving it.
Come on, man. Think of the homie.
Make it spicy. Make it spicy.
All right, though, 9K gold lead. Almost. Oh, that is 11 kills ahead. 2 Barons up, 3 towers up, 1 dragon up, and now we're about to be a Baron up. The nails in the coffin are finally looking to be sealed. This is really starting to look like that 2-0 that you predicted earlier.
Yeah, and I mean,
No!
GP. Nope. Here comes the Jace. I mean, this is exactly where the prediction on the Tristana from game 1 had been that I was kind of expecting. When Tristana snowballs, it is very difficult to come back from.
Yeah.
Unless if you are a Jinx or who can kind of fight back. But Tristana is a very champion, and she snowballs Oblivion. And so now, I mean, you look at these scoreboards: 8-1, 6-2, 7-2. Crusaders. It's like any one of you have 3 very strong carries.
Yep. This is a nice pick on there, but you picked on to the Nautilus. That's not going to be enough. Abyssal Voyage trying to escape there is going to get caught on the CC channel. So he's going to have to force flash. This is a 3v5 right now. Gangplank coming. Was going to force TP actually to get himself in. Abyssal Voyage to knock back. They're going to try and jump to GP. Really smart idea. Cannon Barrage is going to be dropped. They noticed that what they're trying to do, Remnant on a killing spree, but it's going to get caught, and they realize what they're going to do. Crusader is going to push forward onto that, and they are still going to win onto that 2-3, but that's going to give them their soul point, and it's going to be for the Chemtech Soul.
So interesting that we got Chemtech Soul 2 games in a row.
Yeah.
But I mean, it works so well with their team. I do see a Brimbo on this time.
Finally.
It was there since he got Heartsteel. So at least he has had some anti-heal.
Yes.
But again, like it's
We're
not
up,
quite
baby.
enough. I would expect like,
More
I mean,
Mel's.
obviously I know Aurelion Sol is trying to finish it. I would assume he's going to Saros next. But even if Aurelion Sol got like an Oblivion orb, right?
Yeah.
His ult hitting the whole team, especially when he gets to the end, like that's applying anti-heal to the entire team. No one, right? And then you have the added Tom Kench anti-heal to keep it locked in and whatnot. I feel like, you know, these fights could look a little bit different, but ultimately, seeing the same issue in draft, they just don't have the damage. They don't have the damage to burst a Corki. They don't have damage to shred through this Volibear. So adding in the lack
The front line
for too long.
man. And yeah, the extended fights are not their friend. And yeah, with the Aurelion Soul really being the massive, their consistent amount of DPS, it's really hard and a lot easier said than done to get it completed. I like that rotation there. They forced the 3 bot for Corki to roll mid to then go over to the the top side to then secure this T2. And oh man, the structural damage and control from Crusaders has been amazing this entire series.
Yeah, they've definitely come out a lot stronger this game than they did game one.
Lane, Tom Kent is going to pick up Tristana. That's a lot of damage gone there. They are going to be able to pick up 1-for-1 there. Tom Kent is going to be able to pick up the Volibear. He's just going to go for it. He's going to try and eat the dragon. I don't know if that's possible. Nautilus going to try to go for the Q. It's going to barely miss, but it did hit terrain, so it is on a half cooldown. So he should be able to escape there. Aurelion Sol. Oh no, that was the abyssal dive there from the Tom Catch. He is going to be able to find the eats there and get a little munch, but at what cost? He should be able to die here. There goes the munch coming himself from Volibear. There goes the storm plus the shield. Send him to Brazil. Oh no, he will not. Night Train's going to be able to find the kill there. Finally, his airport ticket is going to be able to drop there. But my gosh, he's handling the Shadow Realm pretty well there as he comes out clean and fed. Jakuna's going to be able to actually grab that kill. Jace is on the run back. Can they stop this Volibear though? My gosh, they just keep in sending drones and it's just not enough. Aurelion Sol has died and come back and Volibear is still there. My gosh.
I mean, we saw that just now in the Death Realm. Like, he was, like, what, 9/10 HP kind of thing? Like, he was next to dead. He presses W and went up to, like, half HP. And it's just like, that's what happens when you don't have
No more bells.
Tom Kent. She was, right? Mordekaiser not having a Thornmail or another, like, Aurelion Sol or Morgana.
Oh, Forcon Mordekaiser too, which is crazy.
Yeah, and so it's like, if you're going, you have Jack Show, you're going tank Mordekaiser, perfectly fine.
Thornmail.
Where's your Thorn? Exactly, where's your Thornmail?
Dude.
Like, it's just, I feel like, you know, they have a good idea for what they want to do. They just haven't quite figured out how to execute it against, you know, now 10-2.
Oh, here comes a pick. Big fight there, big damage going in. Gonna try to press R onto it. Stars descend, but a falling sky is going to go. But Macho's just gonna pick up another kill. The rest of the team's gonna have to retreat back. Baron is on its way to be spawned in 5 seconds. So I think that's gonna be the call back, or it's gonna be the force attack. I don't know about
I mean,
that.
Tristana's not there.
Yeah, there goes the Q lockdown as well. Jace is gonna get picked up there. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter, bro. When you have the Volibear doing all this damage, TP coming in as well. And I think they might be able to get a TP coming in from Corki. Big damage there. Tom Kench trying to become the river monster that he is, but my man's looking like a guppy now. 2 towers getting knocked down. All 3 inhibitors are down. The Control 6 flex is going. The Nexus is going down as we tries to help. Aurelion Sol is a dragon, but looking like a gecko, and that is going to be the 2. Oh, GG's. Well played to the Crusaders.
Very, very, I mean, that game, I mean, I know they won game 1 in a very extended game, you know, above 40 minutes, but they had a near perfect execution game too. You Stana, who just got a quick early punish. The Nuttles took for amazing level 1, and even you got the level 2. Yeah, you did not have the health bar,
I wasn't
right?
enough.
It's just it didn't work out. And Crusaders like, hey, you know what? I'm not letting you do this. You don't have running you down, right? And it's just like they played super aggressive, and they just basically were like, you know what? We're doing whatever we can to end this. Or if they have a chance to scale, they could have come into that game and be like, hey, Tristana, you're dead, just like that, right? And he was almost at.
He was almost at that point.
He had the Saris at the end,
Yeah,
but
Jason
it just didn't matter because Volibear was.
Yup.
So.
Unfortunate end there for the Grizzlies run. GG's, well played over to the Crusaders. A very dominant 2-0 for being the underdog coming in from playoffs for the season. Fantastic run there. Really great work, honestly. I hope Grizzlies do take from what happened here, and hopefully they come back next season that much more of a threat. Because honestly, I didn't see too much. Just a couple little ticks and changes there. Dot a couple more I's, cross some more T's, and these guys should be good to go.
Yeah, for sure. They have really good. They had the concepts there. They had everything going for them. It just, I don't know if slow is the right word there. It's like it was taking too long. I mean, game 1 being 40 minutes, and that's when they were starting to come back. And it's just like you need to be able to, as Crusaders have shown, you need to be able to get these early game leads and kind of dictating this game. This to go. Because if you're sitting there trying to react and respond the entire game, you are going to be running around in circles, and it's going to be a much.
Well, I think that is it from us on this side of the table. GG's again to Crusaders, who's going to be advancing, moving over to semifinals. What is up, everybody? It was a fantastic night. Banger of 2 matches. Very unfortunate we did not get everything. But before we go, big shout outs to ProComps. ProComps is a powerful drafting tool for League of Legends players to provide a competitive edge before the game starts. For more information, be sure to check out the link over by the Stream Elements bot, procomps.gg. Thank you all so much for coming down and enjoying the night with us at the Analyst Desk. It is your host, Hiroyo Shikage, with my best friend, Amato. We will be back next week, right? To see how far Crusaders can go. Hopefully, they'll be able to get through semifinals and get themselves locked in. All right. Hopefully, we'll be able to see it then. Until then, be sure to keep it locked, and we'll see you all then. Good night.
It will be an earlier time, I believe, as well.
Ooh, be sure to keep a look on that. Be sure to check the Discords for all those. Alrighty?
I believe it's a 7 p.m. start, being semifinals compared to the normal.
Okay. So, you heard it here first, beautiful
But
people. We'll see you all then. Peace.